Dear students, today I'll be speaking on a very, very important aspect: oratory, oration, public speaking. So, like, imagine a scenario where a politician takes center stage. He takes the mic and he starts talking about cricket tips. Or imagine another scenario where um, a great sports person takes the center stage and talks about politics. These are problems. As a listener, you will know that you will not want to hear something about a subject where the person, the speaker, is not an expert on. So, in public speaking, as a great philosopher, Aristotle, around 300 BC, had said that there are three aspects, and the example that I had taken was the first aspect, which is called ethos. The three aspects are ethos, pathos, and logos. So I'll start with ethos. So ethos is when a person establishes himself or herself as an expert in the subject that he's talking about. Like, I'm a communicator, I'm talking to you about public speaking or communication. So ethos typically establishes your authority, your credibility as a speaker to the audience. So if I'm Sachin Tendulkar, I'm talking about cricket. If I'm Narendra Modi, I'm talking about politics. So this is ethos. So if you're a sportsman, so if you're a golfer, and you're talking about how to reduce your handicap, I will be happy listening to you. Or if you're going to give me a tip on the best swing that I can make, I'll be most interested in listening to you for that tip. So it's very important that the first part of public speaking, which is ethos, has to be established with the audience you're addressing. Now I'll come to the second part, which is called the logos. Logos is a Greek word which means logic. So what you appeal to the audience is you're asking them to do something, or you're asking them to listen to you. And you are logically explaining it to them that why what you're saying is right, is advised, and the audience should pay attention to you. So you are appealing to the mind of the audience. Logos, logic, is all about the mind. Establishing your point, your thoughts, your ideas in a very, very clear-cut, logical manner. Last but not the least, the third point, which is the most important point, is called pathos, which is again a Greek word which means that empathy. So all this while you were targeting the mind, the logic of the audience, this is touching their heart. And this is the most critical aspect of public speaking. Pathos thus plays the most important role in terms of audience engagement, audience response. You need to touch their hearts with empathy, understand them, reach out to them, engage with them. Heart does all the magic. So a quick recap of the essence of public speaking. So first, you need to identify the audience. So if your audience is a set of B school students, the content of what you're talking about will not be the same if you're speaking in an industry body like a CII or ASSOCHAM or ICC, whatever. So you need to first identify the audience that you are addressing. That's very important. Now, depending on the audience, you will have to divide the proportion of ethos, pathos, and logos in your entire speech. A way to understand it is also the reaction of the audience, the way they are responding to your pathos, or they are more inclined to respond to your logos. So you can modify that proportion as you go along in your speech. So the right mix of these three elements is very important. And always remember to add a dash of humor. It works magic. When you see your audience laughing, it means that you've been able to engage yourself with them. They're gripped. So once all of these three are in the right place, then you go for the kill. The final thing is call to action. So if you want them to do something, that's the time where you should put across your message. Thank you so much. I hope it helped. And all the best to you for your next public speaking venture.